It's November 24th, 2024, Sunday, and I'm with Mr. John Jeckovich, and we're reading his book, Their Mother's Sons. Mr. Jeckovich wrote this book almost 3 decades ago. It takes his life from 11 years old to his retirement. Before I start reading, Mr. Jeckovich, I'll need your dog tag number.
42965.
Okay, that's the passcode that'll open up the laptop for your book. Wow, you got more new clothes. You're looking well.
Right.
Fancy new
This is warm. This is warm.
Yeah, new pants, socks, shoes. Boy, every day a new set of clothes. I like.
Oh, stop it,
sweater
Dave.
reminds
Stop
me
it.
of.
What's that sweater remind you of?
Huh? Prison.
Prison. Were you in prison too?
Huh?
Were you in prison too?
No. See the bars?
So that's when you freed the prisoners?
Yeah.
It reminds you? Mr. Jeckovich was an active combat duty soldier during World War II. And at the end of World War II, him and many other teenage Americans busted down and busted the locks on many of the POW camps and the Holocaust camps, and it wasn't a very nice sight. You could never forget it. Words can't describe seeing beautiful young men, 60, 70 pounds, stacked up like cordwood.
And they wore coats like that.
And they wore coats similar to that, if they had anything at all.
Yeah.
What were you instructed not to do when you...
Don't feed them. Don't feed them.
Why was that?
Their system is all screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah, lucky to be alive. Many of them perished there. Well, Mr. Jeckovich was in Company H, the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich's division was affectionately referred to as the Diaper Division. Why was that?
Oh, they're all young kids.
All young kids right out of college. Excuse me. All young kids right out of
33s.
And the code in the military was 33. That indicated they wanted teenage fighters, because once you popped over 25...
19, combat age, yeah.
Combat age. Once you popped over 25 or 30, you just didn't have the stamina as a 19-year-old, just a fact. Mr. Jeckovich lives by the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. Thank you for all the text messages you sent to Mr. Jeckovich, wishing him a happy Thanksgiving, and I'm sure you'll have a beautiful Thanksgiving, and we wish you all the same. So if you have any questions or comments for Mr. Jeckovich, text them at 407-366-0000. Mr. Jeckovich will answer each and every question, and he likes your comments. Or as we say in the beautiful island of Hague Point, Defusky Island, South Carolina, we're a little bit different there. We say text Mr. Jeckovich at 407-366-0000. 407-366-0000. Well, we're on another interesting chapter we just started, which is chapter 21. And this chapter is titled Back Upstairs and Christmas. Kind of like the time we're now. Christmas is right around the corner. Christmas is right around the corner. Did you get many Christmas decorations and trees this year?
Oh, Jen did a good job. Oh, boy.
Just like little Disney for Mr. Jeckovich.
Yeah.
Stuff is everywhere. The beautiful, beautiful Christmas stuff for Mr. Jeckovich. Okay, did you want to read a few of these pages, or you want me to?
No, go ahead, read them. Yeah.
By the way, Mr. Jeckovich could read the newspaper without any glasses, and he's knocking on the door. What's that?
He's probably looking at me. Sorry.
Are you sure that's me?
Yeah, we're sure. we're sure it's you. Mr. Jeckovich is knocking on the door of 100 years old, and he's never had any vitamins and prescriptions or anything during his lifetime. He jogged for 80 years, and did you ever smoke, Mr. Jeckovich?
Nope.
Did you ever drink, Mr. Jeckovich?
No, here we go. Thank you very much.
Mr. Jeckovich started jogging over 80 years ago. And when Mr. Jeckovich started jogging, what got you started jogging, by the way?
I read a book out of one day, and it said it was a good idea to jog, but don't jog and stop. Run a set pace every day and increase it.
So what advice would you have for a youngster getting started jogging?
Now?
Yeah.
They don't want to talk to you about running.
No, what advice would you give to a young kid that wanted to
I
start
said,
jogging?
well, you set the goal and do it. Don't stop and run. Don't stop and run.
On the way to the studio today, I see many joggers. It's very fashionable now, and it's great for your health. But Mr. Jeckovich started jogging. It wasn't acceptable at all. When Mr. Jeckovich started jogging almost 80 years ago, he has corduroy pants and t-shirt and big old boots. And what would people yell at you?
Get off the road, you bum.
Get off the road, you bum. Yeah, and then what'd they throw at you?
Yeah.
What'd they throw at you?
They sold cans of beer, full of beer, stuff and that.
Yeah, so back when Mr. Jeckovich was starting 80 years ago, the general population was ignorant of the fact that they're ignorant. They didn't know Mr. Jeckovich was jogging for health. They thought he was a bum and had no means of transportation, so he was jogging.
Yeah.
Well, I have news for them. All those people that threw Genesee beer cans and Campbell soup cans at Mr. Jeckovich, I'll guarantee you that they're all pushing up daisies. And this 100-year-old man is here today, I believe, solely because of jogging for 80 years. Getting back on driving to the studio today, I noticed that there's many people jogging. It's fashionable, acceptable.
Oh, yeah,
Educated.
they're all suited up.
Yes, and I seen that today, many multicolored suits, matching shirts, pants, hats, water bottles,
Yeah.
earphones. It must be a very expensive
Gloves up. They got work gloves
Oh
up.
yeah, that matching glove. Very expensive setup. Later in your life, did you ever get dressed up?
No.
Never did.
Just got my corduroy pants on, sneakers, and a sweat t-shirt.
You got the
Wintertime, I
job
put a
done.
sweatshirt on.
So you wouldn't think of going out and buying a beautiful, expensive suit
No.
to set the stage and let everyone see in your bright neons.
The purpose was to run, not to decorate it up.
That's exactly what I'm getting to. The purpose was to run and not to be a social butterfly and getting decorated up in your damn neon clothes. That's exactly what I'm getting to. Many of these people get all decorated up and matching this and matching that. I think they run for a mile and they stand on a
And then
street.
they brag about it.
Yeah. Did you ever brag about your jogging?
No. I ran.
No one even knew you ran
Yeah.
except the people throwing shit at you. Yeah, that's interesting. Did you do any other exercise besides jogging?
Well, I was doing a lot of climbing then, ladders and scaffolds and everything else. I was working around the house
That's hard
all the
work,
time.
yeah. So you're basically working around the house 24/7.
Oh
You
yeah.
never quit.
Put a
So-
40-foot gutter up.
Yeah, so let me try to put the package together. Mr. Jeckovich worked for 35 years at Kimberly-Clark. Did the tires of your car ever make it to the parking lot
No.
of Kimberly-Clark?
No.
No. How did you get there for 35 years?
My 2 feet.
Your 2 feet. What the hell would you do during a blizzard?
In the desert, I wore those trade weather boots.
What would you do during a rainstorm?
I got a raincoat.
Wow. So your tires never got on that parking lot.
No.
Okay, so now we're going to speak about Mr. Jeckovich's work activity. So he's been working just out of World War II at Kimberly-Clark, and he also had side businesses. What were your side businesses?
I had two laundromats.
And what were they called?
The duplex yard wash.
And what else businesses did you have?
I used to put up wallpaper, and I never did wallpaper before, but I started putting the wallpaper, I was pretty good at it.
You're good at it.
And then it's some carpentry work, electrical work, I put a lot of fans up.
Because you're good at electrical, because you took that up in Trot Vocational,
Yeah.
right? What about snow plowing?
Snow plowing with the Myers plow and my Great International.
You know, that Myers plow, I'll guarantee you, someone's using that Myers plow today.
Yeah,
Because they're starting to get snow up north, and that's a piece that lasts hundreds of years.
yeah, if you can use it.
You check the hydraulics, you refill the hydraulics, and you maybe paint it up every 10, 15 years, and you have yourself a good working plow.
Yeah,
There's not much you go wrong with it. And then you had a big four-wheel drive international truck that was a crew cab.
Crew
You were
cab.
before your time. 60 years ago, no one had crew cabs. It didn't exist unless you had them custom made like Mr. Jeckovich did. Now, every other truck's a four-door
Yeah.
crew cab today.
18.
Every other truck. And where is your Myers plow today?
Who knows? Perhaps somebody bought it. I don't know. They probably use it up north someplace.
Where is your truck today?
Well, they were supposed to drive it down here, but who was that? Tom.
Yeah.
Tom sold it up there.
With your permission?
No.
So that was a surprise.
And I said, Tom, you're supposed to bring the truck down here. And he said, well, I thought I should sold it.
I love that white four-door International.
Yeah, that was a good
And it was
car.
a standard shift. And what was nice about trucks and cars back then, you could open up the hood and you had enough room. You could sit inside the engine compartment and work on it. It had so much room,
Yeah.
so much room.
Now I need all kinds of gadgets now.
Now today, if you open up a hood on most cars, there's not a room to put a screwdriver
Yeah.
in. You need special tools. And the difference between the cars then and now is this primarily. The cars today are computers on wheels. That's
Yeah.
all they are.
Yeah.
60, 70 years from now, your international truck, if someone has a truck like that, they could still fix it because it was built by man manually. But if 60 or 10 years from now, if you had to fix these modern cars, which is computers on wheels, you'd never be able to.
Yeah, you don't have to quit.
Never, ever be able to fix them. And that's a fact. And also at that time, didn't you have the first SUV built by International for you?
Yeah, yeah.
And what did they call that?
Green Hornet.
The Green Hornet. And who drove it?
Delphine drove it. She loved that car.
Was that automatic or manual?
It was manual. Yeah.
On the steering wheel.
Yeah, he had a hard time shifting gears for a while.
Yeah, they had that called 3 on a tree. Now there we go again. Back then you did not see any SUVs. Mr. Jeckovich had that built also by International, called the Green Hornet. Sits like 7, 8 people, very tall, wide and long. And now today, look around. Every other vehicle is either a crew cab or an SUV, correct?
Yeah, or four-wheel.
Yeah, and four-wheel, correct.
Yeah.
So that is very, very interesting. And those vehicles you had no trouble with.
No, I didn't have trouble.
They just kept going, didn't
Yeah.
they? And so, Mr. Jeckovich worked 35 years, simultaneously had duplex giant washes, and he did snow plowing and a lot of handyman stuff. Most of this handyman stuff Mr. Jeckovich did for charity. He helped neighbors and friends, didn't you?
I am up and down the street, they always call me for something.
Yeah. Didn't you build a deck for somebody?
I built a deck for, who was it? One of my kids, one of my brothers.
And then what happens when you try to get a drink?
What?
What happens when you try to get a water or something when you're out in the sun?
No, I had told Elfie to go down there and give me a drink or something. It was too late. She wouldn't give me a drink.
When do you give you a drink and you're working for free?
Yeah.
Yeah, relatives are something. Relatives are really something. Wow, what relatives. And who'd you snowplow for?
Who I so far for? I filed for all the funeral homes.
Yeah.
I filed for Bundy's, his garage, and I filed a lot of houses too.
Tagliarini,
Yeah,
the car wash and apartments.
yeah.
What was a funny experience you had at Stefano Magadino's funeral home when you were plowing for him?
Well, I called up at 10 o'clock in the morning. I saw him on the plow up. He had an apron on. I could smell the spaghetti cooking inside.
You were eating spaghetti that early.
Yeah, he said, "Come on in, Joe, have some breakfast." He had spaghetti for breakfast.
It was a big long table
Yeah,
with many guys in suits.
yeah.
And behind Stefano Magadino, he was at the head of the table, was pictures of Jesus and crucifix.
All religious pictures all over.
And then someone is eating breakfast, said the wrong thing to Stefano Magadino, and what happened?
Whacked him in the head
With
a
what?
baseball bat.
And you were sitting right there?
Yeah, I feel like he hit him in the head. That guy was gone.
And because the guy said something wrong to Stefano Magadino, right?
Yeah,
I guess you wondered, if I do a bad job plowing, this might be me too, huh?
yeah. He hit him hard with that bat.
And what did they do with the guy after they whacked him?
I took him to the hospital.
Oh, they did? Oh, that's
He got
surprising.
hit in the head, boy.
And what did he do? Say something wrong at the table? Dining
Yeah,
room
he was
table?
bragging about something.
Oh yeah, they don't want you to brag. No. You can't brag in that business. And so what finally happened to Stefano Magadino?
I guess he was hospitalized after that.
Yeah, but Stefano Magadino, did he ever go to prison?
No,
Never
he
made
didn't.
it. But he was the head of the whole Cosa Nostra from Toronto all
He had the whole Niagara Falls powered up.
Yeah. An interesting fact Mr. Jeckovich told me is this. On June 5th, 1974, one of Mr. Jekovich's grandsons being born in the hospital, and at the same time, 2 floors up, Stefano Magadino was in the hospital dying.
Yeah.
So what did you say about that? One door open.
One coming in, one's going out.
What do you think he would have done if he heard you saying that?
I whacked me in the head with a baseball bat. Yeah.
This snow plowing was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This snow plowing was pretty damn exciting. Did they pay good?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
They didn't pay you good.
No,
They have all the money in the world. Why didn't they pay you?
What's his name? Martha come over and gave me $5.
No, I meant Stefano Magadino. Did he pay you good? They had all the money in the world. Did they pay you good?
No.
The funeral homes didn't pay you good?
No.
I'm surprised. Oh my God. Now what'd you say about one coming in and one coming out?
Yeah.
What'd you say about that?
What?
About one in the hospital being born and one leaving?
Yeah, in and out. In and out, yeah.
So the laundromat was very nice.
Well, I had it for 18 years.
You had good people
I
there.
had to clean this laundromat. They go all the way from Buffalo, Tonawanda, to come here because you had to clean this laundromat.
And did your wife Delphine work it?
No, she didn't.
But what
She
happened?
wouldn't clean the soap dishes.
No?
No.
What happens when you wanted to have Delphine do the family's laundry? How'd you set that up?
11 minutes.
Well, I go down there and clean up, and then I tell her we got 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. I sterilize them, and I put do not start tags on them. I put them on the repair tags.
So you put them on a repair tag so no one would come in before her.
Yeah.
How would you sterilize them?
How do I sterilize them? I ran through the machine once, put some Clorox in it, and the soap. And I didn't put too much soap because a lot of people, that was soft water, they didn't understand soft water. They put too much soap, and they were soaping everything up.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand if you have water softeners at your house, and if you put soap in your washer or your bathtub, it bubbles at a greater rate
Oh, yeah,
than
because
regular hard water.
it's generated faster, yeah.
Yeah, you can overflow a machine real easily.
They can plug it up.
But all the people, your customers, were very nice people.
Well, yeah, see, they were poor people, they were reasonable. They cleaned, said, John, we cleaned the folding table up for you, we did a little sweeping up.
They were very nice.
Yeah.
And occasionally the mistakes were made. They would put a pillow in there. What would happen with the pillow?
A pillow?
If you put a pillow in your washer,
Oh, the hot water would break the pillowcase on it, and it'd be all full of feathers inside.
and that wasn't done intentional. It was just an error on
Yeah.
their part. And how long did it take you?
I'd take the machine apart to get the stupid feathers out.
It was a big job.
Yeah.
And didn't you one time, a real nice fellow came in, he was an artist, and what did he tell
He
you?
said, I'll paint you a picture if I want a free wash. I said, sure, go ahead.
And to this date, 60, 70 years later, you
I
have
got
that
that
painting.
picture, yeah.
And he did a fine job.
Yeah.
He was a true artist. He was a true artist. He did a fine job of the inside of duplex
Yeah, but
giant
he's a
wash.
real poor guy, though.
But he's a hell of an artist. If
Yeah.
I had that talent, I wouldn't be poor. If I had that talent, I wouldn't be poor. He had some great talent.
Yeah.
And you still have it today, don't you?
Yeah.
So that was better than money.
Yeah?
That was better than money.
Oh, yeah.
That was better. Did you have a friend named Clyde Beatty work at the laundromat?
Yeah.
How do you
Coots,
do?
yeah. I paid him $25 a week, but he didn't do nothing. Never showed up. When I had troubles, he never showed up.
Why?
Well, he used to go to Canada. He had a girlfriend in Canada.
So he spent most of his time with his
Yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah. Every time I called, I couldn't get a hold of him.
Did any of your brothers work the laundromat?
No, but never come down. They never seen him. My mother never seen him about a laundromat.
Did your mother like the idea of a laundromat?
No, she never thought about it. We never thought about it. And then the guys from work come down and see me down there. I said, I clean up here.
Oh, so you never told
I
anyone?
never told anybody at work.
You
that-
owned it. You just said you're a cleanup guy.
Yeah, I never told I got a laundromat. No. Well, I had two of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was interesting. That was really interesting. And what did most of the guys at Cleveland Clark do when they got off their shift?
Go across the street to that beer joint.
And what would they do there?
Drink beer, tell how hard you had to work it today.
They'd go there, drink beer, and brag.
Yeah.
That was called the red spot, right?
Yeah, red spot. Yeah.
And then they'd go home after that.
And they go after to sleep for a couple of hours and come back for midnight.
I wonder how they drove their car, drinking like that.
How I drove my...
No, I wonder how these workers that went to the red spot, if they're drinking there every day after work, how they're able to drive their car safely.
Shit, they probably got used to it. They got adjusted to it, yeah. That's the first thing that hit was that red spot.
But they were always in there bragging, right?
Yeah.
They invite you many times to come over.
No, I just wave them off.
You just tell them, no, we're not going.
Yeah.
What did 3063 Orleans Avenue look like before you and Delphine moved in upstairs? What kind of shape was it?
Well, Horb had a good shape. He smoked, but he went outside. He smoked a cigar.
Cigar, yes. I think cigar smoking was pretty common back then.
Yeah.
And then he left willingly. He built the house across the street.
Yeah.
And then you and Delphine moved in. But what kind of work did you have to do?
For the upstairs apartment?
Yeah.
Well, I repainted it, did the trim better, took the old rugs up, put new rugs in.
And what type of heat did you have back then?
We had heat from a big Holland furnace down in the basement.
And that was oil?
Yeah.
But it was prior to that it was wood, and you converted it, right?
Yeah.
To oil.
Well, we converted from oil, then we converted to gas.
Didn't you have a business where you're converting furnaces?
Yeah, we did that for grates, and we took the grates out and put oil or gas in there.
And what happened with that business?
Well, the idiot I had working with me, we were doing good for about a year, and then we had the money going in, but he grabbed the money and went over in Canada, and I never seen him after
You
that.
never seen him again.
Yeah,
So he disappeared like a thief in the night.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot more now than then, but I'm sure it was shocking that he disappeared. So you had a lot of sideline jobs while working at Kimberly-Clark.
Oh yeah, I was putting up wallpaper. I did a lot of fans.
Yeah. And you had a phone in your house on the wall that you never missed a call. It was always working. How do you compare the phones back then to the phones today?
Oh, that phone, that little black phone was on the side of the wall where the indentation was for the dining room. The phone was there when the phone right picked it up, clear message. No
Compared to
static or
today.
nothing, yeah.
Compared today.
Yeah, compared to today, you go, woo, woo, you know
And you
what
can't
that-
get half the calls.
Yeah. You get the voices screwed up and everything else.
So for 60 or 70 years, that phone never failed you one time.
No.
And now today, with companies like Spectrum and places like that, you can't get a decent call.
No.
You know,
You're busy. They're busy. They get a busy call.
yeah, you're better off with a damn walkie-talkie. So we went backwards in that respect. So that was very interesting. The house at 3063 Orleans Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York, did you hire contractors to remodel it, or did you do the work?
I did all the work, yeah.
And who taught you how to do this work?
Who did?
Who taught you how to?
Well, I helped my father, but my father wasn't that handy. He didn't do that kind of work. He did more cement work, and I did the cement work with him and that.
So who taught you how to do this work?
I don't know, I just picked it up.
How about your Uncle Andy?
Uncle Andy, no, he was the smartest one. He went to third grade. He was I worked with him after. I worked after schools. I worked with him, and he did the conduit job, draw these elliptical patterns and everything. Put the stuff up and everything else.
So he had a
Carlos
natural,
says, Andy, what are you gonna do today? You better get that job done, Andy.
so he had a natural talent.
Yeah,
Education didn't mean nothing to him.
yeah, I know.
He knew how to do it.
Yeah,
He had a,
third grade education.
speaking of education, what do you think of people coming out of a 4-year college today with a psychology degree?
They're crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
They're crazy going in. They're crazy coming out.
Because you could, with a psychology degree, you could probably get assistant manager at Burger King. Well, if you went into a vocational, like welding, plumbing, electrical,
Those are the jobs that scare us now.
and you can make a lot of money and make an honest living. That's the key. An honest living. That's the key. And you're always in demand if you're a plumber, electrical, or welder.
Yeah,
Did you know how to weld?
I didn't weld. No, I wouldn't weld.
Did you know how to do plumbing?
I did some plumbing. Yeah,
Did you know how to do all kinds of electrical?
I was good at electrical. Yeah.
And didn't your son-in-law, your son-in-law become an electrician?
No, he didn't. He didn't take the job. He went to NITEC.
Okay, I meant your other son-in-law.
Yeah, little Tom. Yeah.
No, your other son-in-law, Dave, from Niagara Falls, he became an electrician, right? Noss?
Oh yeah, well yeah, he was an electrician. Yeah, but that was not my doing. He did it.
But you helped him with electrical.
Oh yeah.
He looked for your information. You guys worked good together, didn't you?
Yeah. He was a nice kid. He was a nice
Yeah, I
kid.
have no
yeah.
regrets.
I don't know what happened to him though.
I think he's retired.
Huh?
I think he's retired.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That's the sound. Mr. Jeckovich would always be hearing the rumbling of the Niagara Falls when he was working at his laundromat, because it was a stone's throw away. And Mr. Jeckovich would check on his laundromat at 2 o'clock in the morning and drive home. What, did you still hear the falls at your house?
Oh yeah. You hear the falls. You can smell the mist coming in.
You smell the nice
Clean air.
clean air water, man.
30 seconds.
And you did that every day, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you brought all your money home every night or once a week?
I cleaned the washers out Thursdays at 7 o'clock at night. I wasn't guilty, but I just took it. The fireman knew I was doing it. They could have told someone when I was taking the money, somebody could come and rob me. But
No one robbed you, right?
No, never happened.
Good people in that area, never